Buongiorno, good morning, Sasha Hao. Now, can you see behind me the tallest mountain in Europe? And does that look like a Swiss watch to you? Guess where I am, Zurich airport. In about an hour or so I'm catching a train going to the Swiss Alps with my wife and daughter, who we haven't seen since Christmas. She's been in Europe, travelling around, so I'll speak to her about her adventures too. Okay, so the train from Zurich to Wengen, it's about just under 3 hours, and a round trip will cost you about €180. There's a few changes involved, but it's worth it. Have a look at that, just a snapshot.
Wow.
Good morning and welcome to Wengen in the Swiss Alps. We've got 3 nights here, and then we're spending an afternoon back in Zurich before heading off to Sardinia. Look, I hope you enjoy this episode in the Swiss Alps, and as always, thumbs up, subscribe, bell notifications on. So we have just arrived in Wengen. Have a look at that, the valley views, looking down towards Lauterbrunnen, the waterfalls. Just beautiful, isn't it? Just absolutely stunning. There's my daughter Jess in front of me. What do you think, Jess?
Incredible. Can't get much better than this.
Yeah, can't get much better than this. I think we're walking down into the valley floor there, which means we have to come back up, don't we? So look, I think in Florence today it was 40 degrees. Up here, low 20s. Really lovely. So that waterfall is quite iconic for this lovely little village, Lauterbrunnen. So this is the original Swiss cider.
Cheers.
Cheers. And by the way, 3 drinks, 18 Swiss francs, so about €18. Not too bad. Hey, this is a great place. The Swiss Alps, Wengen, Lauterbrunnen. If you get a chance, just do it. It's magical. Right, here we go. We're at the top of Europe, everyone. The top of Europe, I'll repeat that. And it's a bit colder. We are heading outside the highest point in Europe at just under 3,500 metres. Okay, so welcome to the top of Europe at just under 3,500 metres. I tell you what, it wasn't cheap to get up here. Over €200 each. But the truth. So the glacier here, it's about 900 metres deep. We balked at it a little bit initially. Thought, what? It's going to be 670 for the 3 of us, 670 euro to get up here. But look at this. So we're quite privileged, we know. It's pretty special. It's cold up here too for summer. Now up at the saddle there, there's a group climbing up just below the saddle. I don't know whether you can make that out. Talk about action, people. Hey, what do you think, everyone? Top of Europe comes at a price financially. So that's where we were, top of Europe. We got off the little train, one stop before where we had anticipated, and we're going to do the final little bit on foot. It's about a 40-minute walk, and that's where we're heading. Just looks lovely, doesn't it?
Now this is where you get mindful.
So my daughter's talking about being mindful. Living in the moment. Jess, do you want to explain a bit more about
Absolutely.
being mindful?
Guys, so mindfulness is all about appreciating what you've got and where you are right now, as opposed to worrying about the past.
And this is where we are right now.
Or the future, in fact. And a really good way to become mindful is being present in nature and appreciating the beauty of nature and things that are in your life that are beautiful. And what better way to do that? Walking and hiking along the Swiss Alps.
Look, sound advice, isn't it? Sound advice, everyone. The flowers are beautiful, aren't they? Look at that. And I'm just sitting on a nice little chair here. My daughter spoke about mindful moments. And this is being here right now, isn't it? Not thinking about what we have to do down the track or what happened yesterday. Being in the moment. Listen to this, everyone. Did you hear it? The cowbells. And look, the weather changes quickly too. It's certainly clouded in, and we noticed just before the temperature dropped. So look, you do need to prepare too, even in summer. It is the Alps after all. And look, we're loving being here. Why wouldn't you? Just great, isn't it? I hope you're enjoying some of the scenery. It's spectacular, it really is. Can you hear that? The cowbells. Now, don't you just love this? The honour system, self-service, some cheeses, some meats, and just put your money in here. That's great, isn't it? Back to the vista. The rain's cleared and we're walking down to Wengen. It's about 2 more kilometres. We decided to walk rather than take the train back down. A little bit of rain, not so long ago, but it's cleared. Okay, so here's the thing, you come off the higher Alps and you come into the forested area, and look at this, just the ferns and the shades, the different shades of green. It's nice, isn't it? Really nice. We've really enjoyed the walk down today, by the way. Now through the trees you get a little glimpse of the Alps. Sun's out again. And listen to this, it's so quiet. Apart from someone talking in front of me. Lovely, lovely experience, the Swiss Alps. And look, walking along, and then you come across little things like this. Very magical. A reminder that this is obviously a fantastic winter wonderland too. Okay, so we're 30 minutes out of Wengen and this little cafe came up. So time for a cappuccino. My daughter's gone for the Prosecco, and have a look at that. Not the Prosecco, I'm looking at the view. But cheers, yes, cheers. Salute, salute with the coffee. Here's the name of this little place.
I'm going to have to take my hat off.
Day 2 in Wengen coming to a close. Well, in terms of the walking and so on. Now it's about 4 p.m, time to have a drink, and we've got a restaurant booked. That's going to be nice. We're going to reflect on the day. It started with a bit of a surprise. The top of Europe, 220 Swiss francs, 220 euro approximately to get up there each. So that was a bit unexpected, but the unanimous decision was it was worth it. What an experience. We're never going to be up there again. And look, on the way back down, we walked 3 kilometres all downhill, and we just saw some magical parts of the Alps that probably, if you stay on the well-worn path, you wouldn't. So day three in the Swiss Alps, and we're at Manluchin. We've just caught the cable car up from Wengen, and we're walking up to that lookout to get some more panoramic views of the Swiss Alps. And we were just saying our glutes from yesterday are all a bit tight. It's good to walk uphill. Hey, look at this little spot here. Jessica is. It's like you're on the edge of the world. The sun's out. Hey, look. The loudest clap of thunder last night and lightning, it was unbelievable. So summer in the Alps, you just never know what you're going to get. And this morning, it was bucketing down with rain. So you just got to take those opportunities, and I guess be prepared to get wet as well. But look at this, for a vantage point, and Jess and I talked about being mindful yesterday, in the moment. Look at that.
And today we'll talk about affirmations.
Positive statements?
Yes, positive self-talk. And how can you get more positive than this? Like, I'm so grateful for my life and for the people in it. And how can you be more grateful when you're on the top of a mountain peak, staring at the beauty of nature?
Grindelwald down there, yeah.
Practicing gratitude.
Thank you, Jess. It's a timely reminder for all of us, isn't it, to just appreciate. And I know we're spoiled. Look, I know we're spoiled, but when we're at home, we do try and be as positive as we can, because as you all know, we're often surrounded by negativity. All right. Just another vista from a cable car this time. Tickets? Okay, so it's just like a ride at the carnival. Now, 3 of us returned down to Grindelwald. Was €130, so that's about €40 each return.
That's too close.
That's so crazy.
So here we are at Grindelwald, and our first impression, very, very busy. Much busier than Wengen, that's for sure. So I think we made a good decision because we like the quieter
Much more
scene.
peaceful.
More peaceful, yes, more peaceful. But having said that, it's lovely scenery too. Check it out. So look, I guess this is the main street of Grindelwald, and we're walking to another transport station called First. From Grindelwald, we've caught the gondola up to a place called First. It's where all the activities happen, the paragliding and so on. And that happens below me there, okay? But we've taken the gondola all the way up to the top. It's just glorious up here. By the way, the adventure activities pretty pricey, very pricey. And this time of the year, high season, you've got a fair wait, like 2 hours for some of them. So we decided, no, we don't need that. We're going to enjoy the vistas, the natural scenery and so on. By the way, the gondola up here and return is about €60 each. And there is the first cliff walk. We'll do that later. We're going up to another lake right now. Have a look at that. Jess. Don't need to say anything, do I? The cloud is consuming us.
Should we go out this way?
Hey, we've got to go here.
Ooh, bloody cold. You want your jumper? Ah.
Another great view, every corner. Look at that. Now we're walking up to the lake here, above the first depot or point where you get off the gondola. And it's interesting, the higher you go, the less people are about. And you do need to be fit to tackle this because it's not easy. Having said that, I'm on a nice little plateau now, and above the tree line, even above the cows. Are we there yet? The lake. And Jessica just yelled out, "Dad!" And there we go. And there we go. Glacial Lake. Oh, there's two, split level. Wow. That's wunderbar. It certainly is. Still quite a few people up here, aren't there? Summertime, I guess in winter, frozen, for sure. So many different nationalities up here, I love that. Everyone's travelling to this beautiful place in the world, the Swiss Alps. Look at that. I guess I've got to put my hand in and tell you all how cold this Glacial Lake water is. Okay, so the hand test. It's probably, I don't know, I was probably expecting it to be a little bit colder, but hey, let's get out a bit further, a bit deeper. Quick swim, not today. I don't think it'd last too long actually. It'll be fairly fresh in there. A beautiful morning in Wengen. And look, here is the Bellevue Hotel. Food was really nice, service wonderful. Room, very basic. But that's what we wanted really. Keeping in mind too, we've got 2 rooms because our daughter is with us. Very happy with our stay. Now, I always love a good buffet, and it's great because you're in the room with many others from various parts of the world. Actually, there was a walking group here of 26, but they were from just down the road from my place back in Melbourne. Haven't heard so many Australian accents for a long time. So the Bellevue in Wengen, it's comfortable. The buffet breakfast is very nice, but look at that. That is special, isn't it? So the question, do you say it Wengen or Grindelwald? And for my family, we felt Wengen. Why? Just so quiet, no cars at all. Grindelwald was quite busy, very busy, in all respects, traffic flow, people, noise and so on. That's where all the activities are. But we just felt the peace and calmness of Wengen was pretty special for us. It worked for us. Bottom line is, you're in the Alps, aren't you? Regardless of which little village. But be prepared to spend some cash, particularly with the lifts, the cable cars, gondolas. It's about a €60 round trip up and down the mountain. So it's something to think about, something to expect. Expat Lifestyle with Fads. Hope you like this episode in the Swiss Alps with my friend here. Please, thumbs up, subscribe, bell notifications on. See you next episode. I didn't realise you were so close. I'm going. Far out.